How we doing, folks? Billy Big Balls here, episode 33. We have the lovely Gina and the lovely Dave. How we doing, people? All good?
All good, thank you.
Right, Gina, do you want to introduce yourselves to the camera and tell us what you're here for?
I'm Gina. I run a group called Caring is Sharing. We work every Wednesday at the G.P.O. doing a homeless outreach, catering to people that are homeless and what we call hidden homeless. They might be struggling from, we could say, maybe not having enough income coming into the household and might be in need of a little bit extra to help them bump up their little bit of food supply. So we get stuff from the food cloud. We have tea, coffee, sandwiches, goodies, any little bit extra we can get to help people survive the week. So that's what we do on a Wednesday at the G.P.O.
Okay.
And we'd be calling on people to help us with donations like food, sandwiches, crisps, drinks, sleeping bags and stuff. You can never have enough for sleeping bags, you know?
Yeah.
You give someone a sleeping bag this Wednesday, you'll be back looking for two next Wednesday, you know?
What we also do is we ring the free phone line for guys and girls that mightn't have a phone, or they might have been taken on them the week before, to ring the hostels to get them in for the night, you know.
Sorry, I heard like hostels, I don't know now, but I heard them at dangerous places and all. Is that true?
They can be.
Yeah.
Some of them some of the hostels are okay, and then some of them would be a bit mad. If you're lucky enough, you might get a room with only 2 people in them. Some of them, I had a guy with me last night. He's in a hostel at the end of Gardner Street, and there's 8 people in his room.
Fuck.
So I can't imagine that would be too comfortable. Personally, I wouldn't like to share my space with 8 other people.
No, fuck
because you'd be afraid to leave your belongings. That's a thing we have. People are afraid to leave their belongings down.
Right.
You know, they do have lock boxes, but like that'd be only for the likes of your passport, your birth cert, things like that. Your personal stuff, I can't imagine it'd be too safe.
Right, yeah.
You know, and it's not really a good space to be sharing a room with 8 people.
I know, fuck that
You
shit.
know.
Like, not that you've 8 personalities there, then you've 8, like...
Yeah.
Probably, you know, it's like, yeah, it's, you know, you get in a fucking room with 8 people and you don't like somebody and then you're bleeding.
Clash of personalities.
Yeah.
If somebody gets up in the middle of the night to go to the toilet, they're putting the light on, and then somebody's roaring, turn the light off, like that,
Yeah.
it can change and it erupts, you know. So it's not really a good situation, you know.
Yeah, no,
I
100%.
think personally everybody should have, if they're in a hostile situation, now this is just me, I think everybody should have an own room policy, and there is enough hostels out there that everyone should have their own room and their own bed. I don't think it's a big ask
Jesus,
to ask
like,
from the government.
Bit of fucking
You know,
dignity for
a bit of
people, you know.
privacy. It's
Yeah.
not a big ask, you know.
And so the super run you do and the thing, how did you come about that? Did you set it up, or how did you set it up? Or?
Well, what happened, I was helping on another soup run for a good few years, and then COVID hit, like everything, and they didn't come out. So a few of us from the soup run decided to just get a few trolleys, and we went around ourselves.
Yeah.
And then as the weeks went on and there was no let up during COVID, what we did was we got a few tables and we set them up because it looked like we were going to be there for quite a while. And we got more donations, and then, of course, COVID
yeah.
was dragged out. And from then, we're still there. And here we are, down the line, and we're still there.
And what like, you know, you do homeless, but you get what type of people coming up, like? And
oh yeah, this is what I'm
people
saying.
just,
We
like-
get young mothers, and we get old people who are just about managing. So it's great to be able to give them a few bits and pieces to carry them over. And we have, as I say, we have regulars every week. We have the same old people come to us, and we have the same girls that come just to top them up till the, you know, just a few bits to get them over.
Yeah.
And we know exactly what they all want, you know.
You know, people love coming for. Gina just make them a goodie bag so they don't have to queue at the table.
Okay,
and be
right.
fumbled, you know, in the queue.
Yeah.
So she looks after them in that way, and they'd come to the van and they'd have a cup of tea and a chat, you know, just out of loneliness, I suppose,
Yeah.
as well. So we kind of outreach to them that way too, you know.
Yeah, I'd say like loneliness is a big thing, you know, especially for older people and all, you know, to go like you know what? I know it's a lovely thing you do and great thing and all, but the fact that they have to go to something like that is fucking disgraceful.
Yeah.
In this day and age, like, you know, it really is like the homeless thing is like it's fucked up, like. It really is, you know, like the government absolutely just don't give a bollocks about you.
And you've hit the nail on the head there. It's the government,
Yeah,
right?
they don't,
It's nobody else's fault. People are saying it's the immigrants, it's this, it's that. It's not. It's the government's fault. The ball lands with the government.
Yeah.
And people are fighting amongst themselves. And I do a lot of activism work, right?
Yeah.
And we have a lot of houses, right?
Yeah.
Dublin City Council, not only Dublin City Council, all the councils have lots and lots of properties. The homeless crisis could be solved in the morning,
Yeah.
right? Which would leave then the hostels for the guys or the girls that don't actually want to be housed.
Yeah.
I mean, that aren't capable of maybe living that don't want a house, that just want a bed for the night.
Yeah.
And then you know yourself that just want to rock around, you know, that want to be out
Want to
doing
be
their
out,
thing
doing their thing all the
in the
time.
street.
Yeah.
That just want to be out doing whatever they do in the street.
Just want
And
a safe place to go at night.
at night to get their head down.
Yeah.
And a shower in the morning.
Yeah.
And then they'll go to, we say, Brother Luke's, the Lighthouse, wherever.
Yeah.
And then they'll have a clean bed.
Yeah.
And they can lock the door at night and they're safe.
Yeah.
So which means then that the hostels,
Yeah.
the hostels can look
That's
after
fair enough,
them,
like, you know.
right?
Yeah.
And then the councils can do up all the void houses that they have.
Yeah.
They've about 80-odd thousand houses on their books
Yeah.
that are empty, that are just not done up. And then when the new ones are built, they've enough houses, but
Yeah.
when the new ones are built in the apartments, they can divvy them out as well.
Yeah.
Right? There's no need. This is a man-made crisis, right? And the only ones that are making money out of this is the government. As I said, and it was said, heads on beds.
Yeah.
And that's what it is. And that's where they're making money.
Yeah.
And it's a man-made crisis. That's what it is.
Listen, you know, like the fucking.
I've been in the hostels myself for a few years, and that's how I got into giving back for the help I got, you know. But we'd be in some dorm rooms, like 15 or 20 of us in them rooms.
Yeah.
Just a big long round, bunk beds, one fell up top, bottom, in a little cubicle, but you'd be able to see into the next one. There's no
privacy.
No, I was in another hostel then called the Brew. They used to have partitions around, but there was no doors in the room, so anyone could walk in and out. You used to have to put your runners into the legs of the beds. No, never walk out with them, you know.
Jesus Christ, man. Fucking. Yeah, it's like. No one hears about this, you know.
No, and you see,
This is the thing, like,
this
you
is
know.
the thing, and people need to be made aware of this. And I'll get back to a little bit of the activism thing. It's if you follow the money, it always goes back to where the money trail is.
Yeah.
Right? And if you look back to a lot of the Fianna Fáil, Fine Gael, any of these TDs, where the money lies, follow the money trail and follow where the assets are.
Yeah.
Right?
It's all in there.
Who has property, who has, whose granny owns what, whose uncle owns what, and you follow the money trail, and hostels, catering companies,
Who owns
who owns them. It's all a big circle and it'll all go round in circles. So it's a man-made crisis all the way round. you know, and it's suiting the narrative and it's suiting everybody at the moment.
That's why, you know, when all this protests and all goes on and everything going, it's never going to change, on.
The only way you'll change it is
the fact that
voting.
you're talking about there, you know what I mean? They're making money.
Yeah.
They're making a fortune, and they're looking, you know, like that. Yeah, and people connected to them, they're all making the money as well.
Yeah.
So they're not going to get up and start playing up in arms against it. Why would they? You know what I mean?
So the only way that anybody like you, me, the general public, is to vote. I can't tell people who to vote for, but the only way is to vote cleverly and to vote these people that are making money out of a homeless crisis is to use your vote very wisely and do your research into who's running the country.
Yeah, no, but here, listen, them ages up in the doll, they're not running the country, and that's for fucking a fact, you know what I mean? They're just little puppets, you know?
Yes,
like, yeah, you know, to be honest with you, right, I could be fucking wrong, but I think everything's decided somewhere else, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
Yeah, you know what I mean? This is the crack what you're going to do. Yeah, like, you know.
Oh, yeah.
Unfortunately, it trickles down to the little man, right down to, unfortunately, the people on the bottom, which is all of us.
Yeah.
You know,
The scraps.
scraps. Yeah.
Pitting against
Each
But
other.
that's it,
yeah.
you know.
Instead of
He has me driving tower cranes. He had tractors, and he has a quarry. But so after selling out all the agricultural machines now,
Selling?
10 or 15 tractors, balers, anything to do with agriculture. Just these diesel prices is too high. He said he decided that when the guards decided to march him out of town like a criminal in the tractor.
Yeah. But see, this is it, but yeah, listen, right? You know, this is what people are going to say, whatever they're going to say. But the old bill aren't doing their job, right?
I know that, yeah.
Right? So, they're stuck then, you know what I mean? What do? I go with the people, which they probably should go with the people. But then they're like, I lose my job, I have fuck all then. What am I going to do? Do you know what I mean? I'm going to be on the door. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. So, like, those people are like, you know, blaming them. To a certain extent, you know, like pepper spraying and all that. Like, I don't agree with any of that shit, you know what I mean? But like, you're stuck there, you're getting abuse off people, and what can you do?
No, I agree. We have to have somebody to meet in the middle, you know, to keep a lid on the madhouse. But at the end of the day, you know, we do need somebody because, like we were talking about, the drug situation.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, with everything and the hostile situation, which comes first, the chicken or the egg? Are people turning to drugs because they're out on the street and they're cold, they're tired, they're hungry?
I know, 100%,
or
yeah.
Does the drug addiction come first and then they become homeless? It's a catch-22.
Yeah.
If I'm out in the street and I'm cold and I'm hungry, do I turn to drugs because I've lost everything and I've nothing else to do? Or does, like, it's just a mess all around. So you don't know what comes first. Your mental health goes. If you're out on the street, you're broken, you're tired, you don't want to think about anything else because you can't, because you've hit rock bottom, there's nowhere else to go. Do you know what I mean? We need to help these people that are out there, that are broken, that are mentally tortured, you know, with everything that's going on. So
two different groups. There's a group that like the under drugs, and there's a group that like drinking. So what happens is, when you're walking around the streets all day with nothing to do, you'll attach yourself to one of them groups, and it's just
because you've nothing to do. It's a long day. It's a long day. I'm not saying everybody does, but if you're young, vulnerable, easily led, what are you going to do? You have to be out of your hostel because there's nothing to do.
Yeah.
You've nowhere to go. You know, there's only so many spaces that the library can hold. There's only so many things you can do. If it's raining out, what are you going to do?
Yeah.
You know, and then they rely on the soup runs for their bit of food, because I'll be honest with you, in the hostels, the food you get, oh my God,
Some hostels
I
don't
wouldn't
even-
feed me dog.
It's terrible, is it?
Some hostels don't even give.
You know.
Give
They don't give food at all.
You get your
I
breakfast.
worked in hostels and you had to bring their own.
Yeah.
And put them in the microwave. That was their dinner.
Yeah.
You weren't given that. Like.
And some of them that you do get, like, it's, you know, say like airplane food,
Yeah.
that it's brought in, and it's, we'll say pasta that would be cooked, and then when you they reheat it, it's like all gloopy and
right, yeah.
that kind of stuff. Yeah, and it wouldn't be the most appetising. So a lot of them would rely on the soup runs for food, or we'd give them sandwiches that they can bring back and then
Right.
have them in the evening. Or if we're lucky enough, if there's anybody listening out there that have connections with any kind of, say, pot noodles or anything like that, that they can bring
Yeah,
back to
bring
the
home,
hostels,
yeah.
add some water, or cup of soups, crisps, bars, anything like that, that they can bring back to the hostels to have, like, in the evening before they go to bed, because they'd be starving,
Yeah.
because they don't get anything like that.
Is there any one place that someone could bring something? Or-
Yeah, to us on a Wednesday evening
Where-
at the G.P.O. We're there every Wednesday evening at the G.P.O. Or give us a call, or at Facebook at Caring is Sharing, Homeless Outreach, because we really struggle for things like that. And as I say, for them to be able to bring that off to the hostel so they could have that before they go to bed. You know, it's only something small, but if they can go home with, say, like a sandwich, crisps and a bar, or maybe if we're lucky enough to get a pot noodle, they go mad for them, because it fills them up then for the evening, you know.
Easy to go in.
They're easy, just
Hot
to
water.
boiling water, yeah, and then
It's
it
sad,
fills
isn't
them
it?
up. It's very sad. The things
We're
that we
sitting
take
there
for...
thinking, like,
for-
get them things just to bring home. It's fucking shocking,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Especially
That
the
people
ones
are
in the
going
tents.
through this.
Yeah,
this is
and if
fucking-
they're intense, like,
They love all the crisps and the chocolate and stuff.
Yeah,
It's-
yeah.
it's stuff you don't have to cook because they can't. But sometimes you have little camping stoves. So
Right.
it's like you had an odd tin of beans or whatever, you know, keep them warm, you know.
Yeah, fucking
I
hell,
say, it's only
fucking
little
shocking,
things that we
man, yeah.
take for
Yeah.
granted, you know.
Like you throw a tin of beans into the back of the present, say.
And I know
Yeah.
they're going to laugh when I say this. Well, mainly the guys, right? Things that we take for granted in the morning, like getting up and having a wash,
Yeah.
right? And you guys put on a clean pair of jocks, right, and
Yeah,
socks. It must be so degrading for people to come to us,
Looking
and
for
especially
them.
coming to myself, right? More so because I'd be around at the van and asking me for a clean pair of jocks and a pair of socks. Like, I think that's very sad. Like, to have to come and ask for that.
Shocking, terrible.
So
like,
anybody that, say if you're in, because I went into Guineas the other week and bought them myself. Somebody gave us €200 and I went in and bought €200 worth of them. Guineas have a pair of 5 packs of socks for €4. And jocks, like, if anybody's in a position to help us out with anything like that, we'd be very grateful, because I think it's very undignified,
yeah,
like,
Jesus.
to have to come up and ask us for socks and jocks. Do you know what I mean? Things that we take
Yeah.
for granted every day, to put
Yeah.
on a clean set of underwear, you know. So just, if anybody that's listening to this podcast
Yeah.
would maybe think that if they're picking up, or even in pennies or Jones, if you're doing your shopping, throwing a pair of socks or
Yeah,
a
just,
pack
yeah.
of boxers maybe,
Drop
and
them in,
think of us, drop them into us, we'd be very grateful.
And what kind of numbers of people are you seeing on
Oh God, huge, maybe
Yeah.
150, 200 a night.
They'd be
Wow.
the full length of the G.P.O. and around the corner.
Yeah? Fucking
Yeah.
hell, man.
And is it just homeless, or are you finding that there's more people now
Struggling with...
Oh, more.
There's more people coming. Like it's not only, as Gina said, it's not only the homeless, it's the hidden homeless. You know, people that are really suffering with bills and getting their kids out.
People with small children, you know,
Yeah.
they'll come in and they'll get, say now, maybe if the mammy is working or that, they'll come in and get a sandwich for, say, maybe her lunch, because she mightn't have money to buy lunch. She might be able to get herself to work, but she mightn't have money for a sandwich. and she'll get maybe sandwich, a banana, an apple and whatever for her lunch. That means that she's saving on her lunch and work.
Fucking
So,
hell.
I say she might be able to get herself to work, but she mightn't have lunch for during the week.
Yeah.
And then the
Fucking
kids, you see, will
hell.
get their lunches in school. So, but she mightn't have enough for her lunches. So, things like that. They're things that people miss out on, you see. That everything might look okay on the outside for a lot of people.
Yeah.
But these are things that people don't realise that's going on behind closed doors.
Yeah,
you know?
You think like, oh, she's cool, she has a job
Yeah.
and she's doing this.
And we get a lot of donations from the food bank, like of bread, and they might take home a couple of sliced pans or that and put them in the freezer. So they've bread then for a couple of days during the week.
Or Gina here just turn maybe 3 or 4 sliced pans of that into sandwiches. I don't know how she has the patience to stand over 4 sliced pans and maybe.
You make sandwiches for them there and then, yeah?
No, I do them at home.
I do them at
and I
home,
bring them.
okay, right, yeah.
Put them into nice little bags and
Yeah.
give out, you know.
Fucking, it's, you know what, it's it's really great what you're doing now, but it's fucking shocking that you have to do it in this day and age, isn't it? Like,
No.
fucking...
But people are very good that help us. We've a lot of support from people as well. It's just we could do with a few more people helping us out with making sandwiches, because it's a lot on a Wednesday for us. We just need if we could have a few more people volunteering to make sandwiches for us, because we get some sandwiches from the schools, but unfortunately the schools are closing for the summer holidays now coming up, so we're going to be down a lot of sandwiches. So we'll need to ask people if anybody would be willing to make us some sandwiches to cover the shortfall in the sandwiches for when the school closes for the summer. We're going to be down a lot, so a lot of sandwiches to cover a Wednesday night for the summer.
Yeah, right, yeah.
And is there no grants from the government or just
Not for voluntary groups. We're like, in our house we call it Fiver Friday. We go around and whip fivers off everybody at home, because it's all just voluntary group.
Yeah, it's crazy. I think there's something we believe in, you know, some kind of funding out there for it, wouldn't you?
It is if you're a registered charity, but in Ireland that takes years. And it's very hard to get registered.
Charities and all, you know what I mean? There's fucking
CEOs.
the CEOs making a fortune.
Yeah,
you know,
so we just voluntary, just get out and do what you have to do. And, you know, I think it's probably better, because you kind of lose sight when it gets too big and the whole lot. So just get out and do what you can. And
It becomes more of a business than a charity then.
True, yeah.
The pleasure of helping someone and seeing someone putting a smile on someone's face with maybe some small thing you're giving them, being such a big business would take all that away, like, you know?
Yeah, you lose. I think it loses the heart of it as well, because you're doing it because you want to. Yeah. You're getting out there and helping people because it's the right thing to do and because you want to do it.
Yeah.
You know, it's not because you're forced to do it.
Yeah, you may do it.
Because, you know, it's a job and you want to. We're doing it because we want to do it.
Yeah.
And people that are working with us are doing it because they want to do it.
Right.
Not because somebody is pushing us out the door to do it.
Yeah, right, yeah.
Like I'm in full-time work and I come in after work on a Wednesday and I volunteer with Gina every Wednesday.
Fair play to you. But you've been there, haven't you? You know what it's like, so. It's like with drugs and all, you know, you give back because you know what it's like.
Yeah, because you want to.
Yeah, you want to, you know what I mean? You feel like, you know, you escaped it. So listen, if you can put someone on the right path, like, that's why we pop videos up all the time and all, you know, it's like.
And they say everybody is only a couple of paychecks away from
100%.
being homeless.
100%.
And I think everybody needs to realise that, like, everyone is, oh no, we're great, we have this, we have that, we have the other. You are now. But that could change in an instant.
You could fall and break your leg or something, you can't walk, then your bollocks, you know. Look, I broke my elbow and man, I couldn't walk, couldn't do fucking nothing. I couldn't even bleed and tie my laces, nothing, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I was thinking, if this fucking, I wasn't prepared for that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Landlords are trying people out there for
absolutely. Nobody knows. Do you know what I mean? like anything could happen to you, you know.
Yeah.
And that's what people need to realise, that they could be the next people in the line needing help, needing advice, needing to know where to go. So never, my favourite saying is, never look down on anybody unless you're helping them up.
Yeah.
You
But
know?
like,
It could be them the other side of the table, you know.
100%.
Hoping that someone.
You know, it's one of them, innit?
So they could have one, you know.
Yeah. Never think, because it won't happen to you. It
Oh
can't
no,
happen to you.
it can happen
It
to
can
anybody.
happen to anybody. I'd learn that
Yeah.
like, in life, you know, like shit, you know,
Yeah,
you think.
and that's why I say everybody needs to be kind to people, because you might need somebody to be kind to you.
Like we do get people walking by. Why are you feeding that fella for? He's not homeless. They don't know.
But they don't know.
Just
They
because
don't
he's
know
well-dressed,
his
like, you know.
circumstances.
But would you get like foreign nationals and all?
We get everybody.
All
Yeah.
walks of life.
Everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you might get a bit of that, you know, he's a foreigner, I'll be giving him food.
We get it all the
like,
time.
You know, man,
And
you
I
know.
say to them, there's only one race in this world, and that's the human race.
Yeah,
And I mean, our food is not colour coded. So
yeah. I know, you're right, you
anyone
know.
hungry or in need will have something in their bag.
You can't just turn someone away because
No.
he's playing a different colour or whatever, you know.
No.
It's not like, and at the end of the day, it's not his fault he's here.
No, it's the,
Do you
it's,
know what I
we're
mean?
back to
It's
the
the
same
gov-
thing
yeah,
again. It's the
it's-
government.
yeah.
The government get money. Well, they
Yeah,
did start
so
to
like
get the
you
money
bought
from the
City West
EU.
now,
They
you know
got
what I mean?
money for every person they brought into the country in the
Yeah.
beginning, and that's the greed we're back to again.
Yeah.
It's not need, it's greed.
Yeah,
An
So-
Indian friend of ours, I won't mention his name now, but he was brought over here on a promise to work in the data centre and offered so much money. As soon as they had him over here, they demoted him, so he's on minimum wage. They brought him over on a false promise.
Yeah.
yeah.
Just to do
To get
money.
huge money,
And he
right?
was so intelligent and
He's
so lovely.
brains to
Yeah.
burn.
What was it, man? You know what I mean?
And
Like,
he's
when you-
struggling now by the skin of his teeth.
People think
to
they're
pay
fucking
rent.
idiots, you know. They got to Ireland, didn't they? Do you know what I mean? They got halfway around the world to get here, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? And you,
When,
just
when
because
I'm
you
on
can't
the-
speak your language doesn't make them stupid.
When I'm on the early bus in the mornings, like I get up at 4 every morning, I have to, you know, for my job.
Yeah,
The bus is full of Indians and Romanians and that. You don't see many young Irish getting on it. Like
Yeah.
they're all saying, "Oh, they're robbing our jobs."
Yeah,
Get out of
yeah,
your bed
yeah.
and get out of
Yeah.
your bed and do the
you
job.
know,
then
I'll tell
go
you
on
right,
with
I've learned this, right? The people that are saying that they rob your jobs are on the labour.
Yeah.
Never had a blatant job in their
Yeah.
life, you know what I mean? Like, they're not robbing you, they're doing the jobs that you won't do.
Exactly. There's lots of, let's call it minimum wage jobs.
Yeah.
But a lot of the young Irish people
It's still
that are
minimum.
well able, that aren't sick,
Yeah.
they won't do them, even to get it on their CV to
Yeah.
say that they've had a job and maybe then move on to a
Yeah.
better job, because you won't get a job unless you've had a job,
Yeah.
right? Everybody looks for
Yeah,
your
for,
previous
yeah.
job.
Your
But
reference or
your
whatever,
reference,
yeah.
So, like, what do we do? I would say they're robbing our jobs, but the young Irish people will not do them. So what
Yeah.
do? Do we make them take the jobs?
Yeah, I know, yeah,
Like,
listen.
we're back to the catch-22.
it. Shouldn't they clock in and clock out anyway? Clock in early in the morning, clock out in the evening. Do the same for their lunch breaks soon enough.
Yeah.
They'll be fed up doing that and they will go and get a job, you know.
No, I'm telling you. Like, to be honest with you, if it wasn't for the Brazilians, I wouldn't have a job. They run all their shops.
Yeah.
You know, there is Irish people like there, as well. Not many, like, you know what I mean? I'm probably the only playing, no, probably about 3 or 4 of us. But the rest are all Brazilians, so.
And the same
If they
in the
weren't
health
here, I
service.
wouldn't have a job and we wouldn't have a, you know.
Yeah.
So, like, people give out about them. I don't, personally. You know what I mean? Look, I don't give a bollocks who you are, where you are. If you come over here and you want to walk,
Am I allowed course?
yeah, fuck's sake.
If you're a nice person, you're a nice person. If you're an bollocks, you're an bollocks.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter whether you're black, white, green, pink or purple.
Oh, no, 100%.
If you're a nice person, you're a nice person. If you're not a nice person, you're not a nice person. So
Yeah.
it doesn't matter whether you're green, white, pink, purple or blue.
Yeah, no, 100%.
It doesn't matter. One
Why-
way or the other.
The
Do
way
you know
it
what
is
I
with
mean?
me, if you're nice to me, I'll be nice to you.
Yeah.
And go fuck who you are.
Exactly.
Or where you're from or what your colour. You know what I mean? But if you're going to be a bollocks to me,
It doesn't matter who you are.
yeah, you know,
You know,
I'm going to be a
it's the
bollocks, you
same
know?
world over.
Yeah, exactly, you know.
We have some lovely foreign lads that come up to the table and they're so pleasant. It's unreal.
Yeah,
Oh, thank
because
you
they
very
have
much.
manners.
Yes.
Yeah,
Oh.
just because they're from a different country, people. Like most of my mates, not mates, yeah, I've a good few, and they're all foreign. They wouldn't be like, Eastern Europe and stuff like that, you know what I mean? And
Yeah.
Brazilian and all. Like, they just live in a different country.
Yeah.
They're just
doesn't
like
make any
me and
difference.
you.
Yeah.
Just different colour or whatever.
It's
you know
just
what I mean? But
people need to get their head around we're
But why is it-
multicultural now, right? Like every other country in the world. And it shouldn't be them and us. It should be us.
Yeah, when
Do
did
you know what I mean?
Ireland
When did we become
racist?
Yeah.
We're bleeding like we're fucking like discriminated against. No blacks, no Irish, no dogs,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
and I think Irish were the first slaves in the world or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And now it's like you're looking at these. Relax, man. We're not.
We've been like a
we
rash.
shouldn't be
The
a
Irish
racist,
have
you know
been
what I mean?
everywhere in the world.
Yeah.
So of all people, we shouldn't be racist.
No.
But
It should
as
be
I
the
say,
least racist.
I don't know what have happened to Irish people. We were the most welcoming in the world, and we've just
What
turned
happened
into
to us, right? The government started bringing all these foreigners over, start taking all the money off us. So you're looking at them coming over, oh, look at they're getting this and you're getting that. So let's hate them and hate them. So we're all hating each other and the government is sitting over here, rubbing their hands. And everybody's...
The government drove that hate into certain factions of people in this country because, like, you get one fella saying, oh, your man's getting his car fixed and fake news.
Yeah, no
I see the
insurance.
check. No insurance, no tax, no incident. There's plenty of Irish with no tax.
Yeah,
no
100%.
And it's
only since you got them fucking yokes, them thing in the back of the guard car, now they're all getting nicked, you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
So you go around like, you don't see any checkpoints and that anymore, because you don't
Just
need
drive
to.
behind
Just drive behind you, man, bang. So.
And it's like Chinese whispers, it's, oh, they got this, and then somebody adds another bit on. A lot of it is fake news, you know.
Yeah, I'll give you...
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember the Nigerians.
Yeah.
It was all the Nigerians. Oh, this one was getting on the bus. She had a pram. And no, you can't take the pram on the bus. Now, I heard a story on a building site of about 15 different people, right? And it was all in a different part of Ireland. And he's getting on the bus. No, fuck that pram there. Oh, the government to give me a new one. Like, fuck off.
Yeah.
It takes one person to say
and everybody's fucking on it, I seen a bloke, he gets a taxi here, there.
Yeah.
The government pay for it, this, that. Fuck off, man.
And that's what
Like, seriously, But like that I say, like it was a Nigerians a couple of years ago, fucking 20, 30 years ago. Now it's the fucking Pakistanis or whatever, you know what I mean? Or the bleeding Somalians or whatever. Now it's like...
Where did all the hate come from?
Like, where?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, why all of a sudden everyone just hates each other,
Yeah.
It's
Misery
fucking
and
mad.
hate and
Yeah, it's fucking
begrudgery. I've never seen so much begrudgery.
No. Like, here, listen, you have this big car, whatever. I wouldn't be envious here. Fair play to you. You got a big car. Someday I'll have a big car. Like, you know what I mean? But everyone now is like, see him prick driving around a BMW. See him wank at this. Like, why? Why? Because he has a car.
Yeah.
No, fuck off, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now everyone's jealous of everybody.
And you see that we're getting back again. I'm always getting back to things, but we're getting back again to we call it the drug epidemic in Ireland and in Dublin. It's some people were saying the mental health and the drugs and the whole lot, and then others it's driven by greed.
Yeah.
Because they all want to be Billy Big Balls.
Yeah. Hey, no way, only one.
And they want to have, they want to have the best cars and the best houses and the best.
Yeah, best of everything.
And it's all greed driven.
Yeah.
The best watches and
all
this. So you have that element of it as well. What they want.
What do you want? Yeah.
And you see the kids on their scooters doing the drops around town, so they have a level of, well, I want his job next, I want his job.
Yeah.
And that's what you see around the city centre, as we were talking about earlier on.
Yeah, how open it is.
How open it is around the city centre, and it's running the city into the ground, and yet again, they're letting that happen. in certain parts of the city,
Yeah.
but it wouldn't be allowed to happen in other parts of the city.
Oh yeah. Oh, but
You
this side
know,
of the city you wouldn't
it
see.
wouldn't be
You know what I
allowed.
mean? You
But
wouldn't see it in Harbour Park. You know what I mean?
No,
but you'll
but
see it in Bladen.
in O'Connell
fucking
Street
Dublin 8 or
and
something.
in O'Connell Street, it's got really, really bad. But
Yeah.
it's been allowed for some reason, you know. So I'd say, but
It's like
getting
that.
the kids are allowed, say, there's my peer, and I'm
Yeah.
going to have the best car or the best this.
Yeah.
You know.
I know. Here, listen, like drugs and shit like that. It's either one way or the other. You're going to jail or you're dead. Simple as that. And I don't that's with the greed and all. You know what I mean? People are out like, yeah, I can, you have some money or whatever. Bang, I'll kill him. I don't have to pay the money. You know what I mean? Like life is so cheap. Like I never understand, right? Blokes that grew up with each other and are in the crew together or whatever. You know what I mean? And then turn on each other and kill each other. Like you're going to school with this bloke and it's just.
But it's all
mad,
about
it's
the
fucked
money.
up. No, that's what I know it is. You know what I mean? But what happens? They obviously don't have a conscience or anything like that. You know what I mean? What happens when you're at home on your own and you're sitting in your bed and it's only you and your thoughts? Do they think, shit, I killed my mate or whatever?
I don't know, but it's getting back to what Dave was talking about earlier on, and we were talking about the hostel situation and the homeless situation. You have the different groups. You have the drug takers and the drinkers, and if you have nothing to do all day and you're hanging around, then they all come to the tables at night, and you're either in that one or you're in that one, and then the two of them could come head to head, and you have to do referee in the middle of them, and it sometimes comes very volatile.
Yeah, I
so
can
then
only
if
imagine,
you have kids and all queuing in that, sometimes it's not a good place. So you have to kind of get the kids and that offside. So it can be very challenging as well at times, you know. And then you have kids in the hostel situation, along Gardner Street.
Yeah.
So this is where it's not good, because as you know, Gardner Street, you've two sides of the street.
Yeah.
And you've all the hostels, the Glen, the Maple, the whole lot, they're all along there. And in the middle of them all, you could have hostels with kids in them. You have male hostels, you have female hostels. And the kids are just in the middle of all them, which is not really a good situation. You shouldn't really have
children,
You shouldn't have children in the middle of all that.
Do you remember the night we were at the van, Gina? It was about 8 or 9 o'clock. We were getting some sleeping bags out of the van to go walking up. We were going walking up Henry Street, to see who's in the doorways.
Yeah.
And there was a gang of mothers with their kids. I don't know whether they had a certain time to be in it or what, but remember the kid came over and just climbed into the van.
Oh yeah.
They never even spotted that she was in the van.
Yeah.
Until we said, "Is this your child?" Like,
fucking hell.
Oh yeah.
Like they don't
Brought the child back to them and they went back to doing what they were. It's just oblivious to.
What's going on.
Like they're so used to be in the city,
Yeah.
Like city life is just a part of them now. That they're used to being out on the main streets and the main thoroughfares. That's just
normal.
It's normal to them.
Yeah.
Like they don't see any danger.
Yeah.
Whereas if you were in town with your
be
niece,
on the
your nephew,
blade,
your child, whatever, you'd be grabbing their hands.
Holding on to them.
Yeah. They
big
don't
time,
see any danger of being in a main street. Whereas they need to be doing. They need to be doing something about it.
You were saying earlier about goodie bags. What's in the goodie bags?
Yeah, Gina would have like soap, hygiene products like deodorant.
Well, for the older men, I'd have socks, jocks. Well, for certain little gentlemen, I'd have that, and I'd have bananas. I'd have bread. I'd have. I know what kind of things they like, and then I'd have eggs sometimes. I'd have ham, things like that. They have to have sandwiches for them that they can throw under the grill for their supper, things like that. And then other ones for the mummies, I'd have like that sandwiches, bananas, toothpaste, shower gel, deodorant, all that kind of stuff for the kids. That saves them on their shopping. Shampoo, all that kind of stuff. That they don't have to put the extras in the shopping
Yeah.
when they go.
Any little thing we can give them to put back towards their ESB or their gas bill or
Yeah,
any small couple of euro at all, they're delighted with, you know?
yeah,
That they don't have to put in their shopping.
Yeah.
You know, that's a saving for them. We get, if we can, we get goodies like crisps, chocolate bars, anything like that that we get. We put them by for them. So, as I say, it just saves them a few quid that they can put extra in their meters, you know, which is handy. And then if we have socks for the kids, underwear for the mothers or that, anything like that, or little T-shirts for the kids, vests, things like that, that just saves them that little bit extra.
And would you have like washing facilities and all in the hostels? Yeah.
Yes,
yeah.
they all have a certain amount of time to use the washing machines.
Okay.
But your clothes can go missing as well. Like the
Yeah.
staff don't let you into the washing machines; they do it all for you, and your clothes can go missing from time to time, you know,
Right. Okay.
or mixed up with someone else. And this is where arguments arise from as well. Oh, you fucking robbed my top, you bollocks.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be. It was just mixed up in
It
the
was
washing.
just I didn't take them. Yeah.
But if anybody out there would be in a position to help us with some sandwiches, it would be great. And as I say, we're in at the G.P.O. If somebody is in a position, they could give us a message, either on my own page or on the Caring is Sharing page. It would be great.
So anybody out there that can help these people out with the sandwiches or whatever else, you know, very good cause.
Yeah,
like really
thanks very
100%. Oh yeah, listen, the world needs more people like yours, but unfortunately, there's not. Nobody gives a bollocks to put it. You know what I mean? Like yours do, and
There is other groups as well.
I know I know there is, you know, but I mean the majority of people, it's not happening to them. They don't give a fuck.
No, they don't. No.
That's.
But
It's a sad thing to say,
it could be
but
them
it's
someday.
true.
So if
No,
you just
no, I
think
know.
that maybe it could be somebody you know that you just don't know is having hard times behind closed doors. So just maybe think of that.
Be mindful of
Be
the way, you know
mindful
what
of
I mean?
that.
I'd like to get out there as well. There's a lot of people that go by with their phone, you know, videoing. We'd ask them not to do it because there could be there could be a woman
dignity,
there
man.
or a man that's in an abusive relationship that doesn't want to be found, and next of all they're showing up at the G.P.O.
Yeah.
at a
No,
funeral.
yeah. You know, we talked about this on the show a while ago, you know, about people going out doing things for people. Like I do things for people, I don't film myself.
Yeah, we don't.
You know what I mean?
Don't film.
No, like see this, that takes away the good that you're doing.
Yeah.
If you're going over here, buddy, look, I'm giving you a blade.
Yeah, $5,
This 50
yeah.
here, bring it into McDonald's and get you this.
Ego.
Bring them in.
Yeah.
Ego. That's all
Yeah.
they're doing is. So I'm not into any of that. That's why we were saying that it's one of the 4 shows, wasn't it?
Yeah.
If you're helping people, leave your phone at home.
Now, Derek,
You know?
Derek
What we
will tell
do
you we
is-
don't do
Yeah.
much of that.
What we do is we just do the
Video the
breaks that are
food.
on the table,
Ah, no,
the
yeah,
food,
no,
just
where?
to show what we
But
have.
what, I'm not. I'm talking about like you know people that.
Oh no,
walk
we
up
don't
and,
do
you know
that.
what I mean,
No,
like in
no.
people's spaces.
We
and
never
all.
do that because
Poor fuckers,
it's,
you know what I
it's
mean?
not right. It's,
No.
When you do something like for let's say the game followers or
You don't video vulnerable people. It's
No.
it's not acceptable
no.
at all.
Like I know a bloke went missing there a while ago or something, you know, and he was like, someone seen him on something in England. That's how you like, boy, he didn't want to be found. You know what I
But
mean?
this is what I'm saying. Derek would know the person I'm talking about. He unfortunately died a couple of years ago. He used to work in the lighthouse, and he always said to me, Gina, never share anything because you don't know whether that person wants to be found.
Yeah.
He
It's
said
true.
you don't know. He said
Yeah.
whether that person wants to be found. You have to be very, very careful.
Some people are on
They
the
could be
streets for a
running from
reason, you know?
something.
Because they want to be.
He said you have to be very careful and find out whether they want to be found. You know, if you find them, you have to speak to them and find out what
Yeah.
their story is. Don't just go sharing stuff unless you know.
Yeah.
You know, you have to be really certain.
There is people that come up to us with photographs. Have you seen this? I know. No, sorry, you haven't. No.
Yeah.
But if you leave us a number, if we see them, we get them to give you a ring. You know.
Yeah,
If we do
yeah.
happen to come across them. So if we did come across them, and they did want to be found, we could say, well, there's the
Yeah.
phone number. Do you want to use
You
their
speak
phone?
to them first.
Yeah, no, 100%. Like, most people probably don't want to be found, you know what I mean? They come out with stuff like, I remember when we were kids and all, I remember hanging around the town and all, you'd meet people, you know, like young people, and they'd be like, no, fucking, they live in town. And you're like, you live in town? You're like, I live in town because it's better than where I lived, basically at home, you know what I mean? So, and they'd be only kids, you know. But you see it in the paper all the time, you know, kids go on the thing, kids go missing, you know. You think to yourself, why? You know? Some people run away from home, act the bollocks or whatever we used to do when we were kids, you know what I mean? But some people are running away from
issues.
messed up situations, you know what I mean?
Yeah. And you
Yeah,
see, the
it's
genuine
just-
ones will talk to you.
Yeah.
They will talk to you when you build up a relationship with people, right? Now, it might take a while, but they will, when you break down the walls, they will talk to you, and they tell you a lot of things.
Yeah.
When you build up trust with people after a lot of years being out there on the street, they do talk to you, you know, and then you can find the proper services to help them,
Right, yeah.
you know, and you can bring them to the right people and direct them to the right services that's appropriate for them, you know,
Yeah.
because you know where to help them and how to
So you
How to get
would
them.
also be giving advice of where to
Oh,
go.
yeah.
Oh, we link in with a lot of different services.
So there's a
Yeah.
harm reduction thing there as well.
Oh God, yeah,
yeah.
yeah. We link in with a lot of services, support services. Yeah, and how to help them get into the homeless services if they're not in the services. How to direct them to the homeless services. You know, we've been out there so long, we know how to help them to get into the homeless service, and if they're in addiction, how to help them maybe divert them to the services. So it's not just
It's not just
put a patch
food,
on it. It's not just food.
Yeah, here
We'll
you go.
chat to them. We'll help them. Like, we try and build up a relationship with the people over a matter of time. They know where to find us all of the time. We're constantly there, in the one place. They know where to find us, how to help. We actually help a lot of them with jobs. We've helped numerous of them with jobs through friends of ours. So it's not just, they throw a bit of food at them and off
good
you
luck.
go. Like, we've built up relationships with many of them over the years, and they're still in contact with us. Do you know what I mean? So it's it's developed into a long-standing thing, you know?
It's great to be able to stand back and see someone you've helped move on in life
Yeah.
and do well, like, you know.
Probably be like yourself, be a huge inspiration for maybe people who you
Yeah.
know who
Yeah.
are probably still in it, you know.
Yeah, I do. Gina just called me the odd time now when people are looking to get into construction, because I'm in construction and all, and there's a lot of people wondering how you can get the safe pass card and blah blah. So what happens is, if you have the chance of getting a job, you can go to the social welfare with a letter. They will help you with a safe pass.
Yeah,
But
I've
you'll
done it.
also need your
Yeah.
manual handling as well.
So Dave will help link them in
Yeah,
with that
yeah.
kind of stuff. And then I've another friend that helps me out with other kind of jobs. So once they're in the right space and that, we help them get jobs and get sorted and the whole lot. So, you know, we have little tentacles out there in the workforce as well that helps us. So, as I say, it's not just about throwing a bit of food at them. It's like, we know most of their names. It's like, homelessness is a very lonely place. Do you know what I mean? Like, as I say, it's a very long day walking around, and sometimes nobody will talk to you.
Yeah.
So if you get somebody that goes, "Oh, how are you? How are you, Dave? What's the story? What did you do today? Johnny, look, what were you up to?" And to have a cup of tea and a chat with you.
Humanised.
Human, yeah. Yeah.
We do call them our homeless friends, you know,
Yeah.
because they are. They're not just someone we feed and good luck now, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
And like I say, just even down to a pair of socks and a boxers and a bit of deodorant and that. Like I say, there's a little present for you today, you know.
Yeah.
And I'm a big hugger. you know, and I always give them a hug, you know. I say, now mind yourself going home, you know. And it's just little things like that.
And we had a lovely fella come by just as we had dropped the tables. We went around with the sleeping bags. About 9 o'clock, wasn't it, Gina? 9:30, 10:15. Barb again.
Oh, he's coming in on Wednesday again for haircuts.
Yeah, free haircuts.
Yeah.
For them,
Yeah.
The bloke down beside me, the Dublin barber down in Irishtown, he often went into town and cut people's hair and all, you know. Like,
and at Easter we had an
you know,
Easter
it's the
bunny.
little things, you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So if he's able to take time off his day to go and give our friends a free haircut, surely someone out there can make a few sandwiches.
Yeah, no,
Put
yeah.
it that way, you know.
And then a friend of Dave's came in at Easter. He has a photograph booth, and we had the Easter bunny, and every homeless person and a person with children, and they got their photograph taken to take away. You know, like they get Santa at Christmas. Yeah. Well, we had the Easter bunny, and they got the photographs taken to bring home to the hostel or whatever. So we try and do things like that for them, just to be that little bit special.
Yeah. Little memories or whatever.
Yeah.
Hype 360 came in, and done the photo booth for us. He donated all the machines to us, and he came, set it up, done the job. He actually worked with me. As I said, I drive the tower cranes. He's my banksman. He's on the ground underneath me, you know. So we just got talking anyway, and he said he had another gig on the side, and he told me, he's like a Jew as you. He said, no problem, anytime.
Yeah.
So.
I know here there is.
Because we fly by the seat of our pants now, we really do, because we're like the poor relations. We have nothing, you know.
Yeah.
But look, we do our best, and that's all we can ask for, you know. So
we don't put pressure on anyone to give us anything, but whatever they can give us, give us, you know. Whether it be 10 chocolate bars, a packet of biscuits, grand.
Yes.
I say,
pack it up into the
God is good, but the devil's even better.
Yeah. 100%, yeah. Like.
So that's about all we have.
That's,
anyway, that's about all we have in the tank.
So anyone that has anything or
anybody has anything that they can donate to this sharing is
caring is sharing.
Oh, sorry, caring is sharing. Donate. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
It's a great cause, you know what I mean? And if you're not doing that on a Wednesday evening,
yeah, we'd love you to come in and help.
Them out.
Yeah.
Go into Pennies, get a few pairs.
Go into Pennies, get a few pairs of jocks and go around there and
we'd be very grateful.
Out, yeah.
Come in, we put you in behind the table. And
you
can see.
You can help us.
Yeah,
see exactly what it's like out there.
Yeah, no, here, listen.
It just needs to be out there. You know?
Yeah, please.
Yeah.
See where your donations are going, you know. Just
yeah.
Well, here, listen. Most of the people that came onto the show have all done very well since, haven't they? We won't mention anybody's names. But there's a few people that have come onto the show and they've just taken off, you know.
Well,
so,
hopefully.
Maybe them people are looking now and maybe you can donate to these people. Give something back. Billy loves you. You never know.
Thank you. Thanks, lads. These
No
are
problem.
very good.
So
Thank you.
We're going to wrap it up here, yeah?
Thank you.
Right.
You're very kind.
Episode 33 in the bag. Billy loves you. Thanks very much.
Thank you. You're so good. Thank you.
No problem. No problem at all. It's a pleasure,
Thanks
man.
very much
No
for
problem,
having
man. No, here, 100%.
Have a new one for you. Always a pleasure, never a chore.